All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome to another Webflow Workshop. I'm your host, Nelson. Thank you guys for being here again this week. Hopefully, I fixed the stream because the last couple weeks it's been, buffering here and there. So if you guys see any buffering, please let me know right away so we can just switch YouTube links and get on with it. But I think I fixed it. And if all is well, yes, this week's topic, it's one that I've been hearing from time to time as I started to use and evangelize Webflow. It's is using visual web development tools considered cheating? So, quick history. Back in 2013, I heard about Webflow at a web design conference. I signed up, and I signed up for the closed beta, was randomly chosen, and I played with it for an hour during the closed beta, and I said I am never touching Photoshop when mocking up a website. And since then, it's been a dream to just work on something where I can design and code at the same time, where everything's super visual. I'm a visual person, and so as I evangelized it more and more at random meetups, talked about it on YouTube, talked about it on subreddits and whatnot, it got to the point where people kept on saying, "No, this is cheating. This is bad. You're not a real web designer or web developer if you're using something like Webflow or something like it." And it's like, and to me, I'm like, really? So before we dive into this topic, as always, each week I want to say thank you to everyone who's in the YouTube chat room right now, in the live chat room. Let's name them off: Marius, Bob, Carthras, Mindwire, Alex, Nawi, Joe, Jason. Welcome, guys. Thank you guys so much. Love you all for joining me. And hopefully I see you each and every week. So, yeah, if you're in the chat room right now, let me know your questions as I go through this. How do you guys feel? Have you ever been told this, or have you ever thought about how you felt like, am I actually being a real web designer by using Webflow or something similar? So yeah, get your questions or comments in the chat room as we go through this. So the reason why I wanted to talk about this topic is as going through searching the web for mentions of Webflow, I noticed this one forum topic on webdesignforums.net, and this guy says, "How do you guys feel about programs like Macaw, Webflow, and other visual coder programs to help designers with the HTML, CSS side of things? Is it unprofessional? Do they create bad habits?" And, my response to that is no. It only helps. It's a tool that helps you create clean code faster. Bob says it feels like cheating because it's so easy. Yes, it's so easy. But in my opinion, if it's easy, you have to make sure you understand how to use the tool completely. And I've given this metaphor before in past workshops, but Webflow and other tools like it are just tools. You still need to know the basics of how to use the basics of the industry, or how you do things. For example, if you're trying to nail a nail to a wood, you would use a rock. Okay, that's the oldest tool, right? You would use a rock and then you would hit it down. Well, what's easier and faster? A hammer. Okay, what's easier and faster than that? A nail gun. And so you still know the motions, you still know all the basics of putting a nail into a wood. But if you didn't understand that, then you probably couldn't use the rock. So yeah. And so it doesn't create bad habits unless you have those bad habits to begin with. And so it would just more bad. For example, if you're using to position your elements and you're using position absolute and you're putting everything as if they're floating and you expect everything to be responsive, but everything is position absolute, and you don't understand how that works, then of course that's going to create a bad habit, because you'd be doing negative margins or negative positioning, just trying to make it work for the 4 breakpoints, but then it won't work completely responsively. Okay. Nita says, it is easy, but you still need to know how to connect the dots. Exactly. And I'm going to go into that shortly. So another thing I've been seeing, and I've heard this from a student at Dev Bootcamp. I gave a talk to some students at Dev Bootcamp here in San Diego. And that student said, if I go to an employer and tell them I use Webflow, will they look down upon me? Will they look at that and be like, what is that? No, you shouldn't be using these visual tools. You should code by hand. Should a person who's applying for a job be scared to say that they use visual tools? In my opinion, no. Don't be scared. Just tell them you know the basics, and using these tools helps you create a website even faster than coding it by hand. Okay. Here's an example. I saw this too. It's a application. It's a job application for a company called Third and Grove, and they're looking for a UX UI designer. And really cool. They say for the requirements, you need to know the Adobe Suite inside and out. So I'm guessing that's Photoshop, Illustrator, Dreamweaver, and so forth, right? But right here, this is the first time I've ever seen this. Experience with Webflow, a bigger plus. Look at that. Things are changing. People are understanding that visual tools for web design is really needed in our industry. And it's funny because there's still a lot of people who still think that hand coding should always be the way to do it. But yet in every other industry, visual tools are embraced. For example, graphic design, okay, Photoshop and Illustrator. You don't hand code anything. You do everything visually in real time. If you're moving a point if you're moving a vector graphics point from one place to another, you just click and drag that point. There's no calculations you have to do. You don't have to hand code it. It just happens in real time. Same thing with Photoshop. If you add a filter or something, it happens in real time. Film editing. If you're using Final Cut Pro or something like that, or After Effects, whatever you manipulate or whatever video clips you slice and put in different areas of the timeline, it happens in real time. You're not using old VHS tapes to, record onto the screen or on another tape and so forth. That's the old way of doing things. And using Final Cut is more visual because it happens in real time. Same thing in 3D animation, CAD drawings, operating systems like Windows or Mac OS. It used to be, I remember the time when I wanted to play a game on a computer, I had to go through DOS. The computer would boot up and I have to type in a command, or go to QBasic and type in gorilla.bat, and that's how I'd play my game. But now I can just double click on an icon and there you go. I don't have to type it, so why can't web design be one of these industries that accepts visual tools? Now, I understand on one side, just putting just getting any designer, like say a graphic designer who doesn't know anything about code, putting them into Webflow and expecting them to create a beautiful site, that's too hard to do. That's the same thing as a web designer, being told, hey, make an awesome brochure. Make an awesome brochure and make sure that it has 3 panels and it can stand on its own, like the center of a restaurant table or something like that. And I wouldn't know the first thing because I would need to know the basics of things like typography, imagery, color theory, stuff like that. Those are the basics of graphic design. So in order to use a visual tool, just like who said it? Nita, I think. Just like Nita said, you still need to know the fundamentals of web design. And to me, the fundamentals are HTML and CSS. Now, you don't need to know the whole vocabulary. You don't need to know everything about HTML and CSS. And CSS is growing every day. New properties are popping up all the time. You don't need to know everything, but you do need to know the basics, like how to change a font, how to change a font size, when to use an H1, H2, or H3 element, when to use a section or a div, and so forth. So when someone knows the basics of web design coding, they can use Webflow more easily. And then Webflow becomes their most powerful tool. For instance, I don't know how to code Flexbox at all. Okay, Flexbox is tough for me, but with the Flexbox that's in Webflow, it just comes second nature because I can understand. I can just play around with the buttons and figure out, hey, okay, so this does this. And if you haven't tried out Flexbox, I suggest you try it. Okay, it's this button right here. And you can go to flexboxgame.com if you're not familiar yet. So flexboxgame.com. And yeah, I don't know how to code Flexbox, but I know how to design with it. Because I know all the basics of HTML and CSS, I can use new futuristic, new and up and coming CSS properties without having to code it. We got a question here. What is the best way to learn HTML, CSS, and should I pause Webflow to learn that first? It's all very new to me. Welcome, Joe, to the world of web design. It's super fun. The best way to learn HTML and CSS is to break things. Actually, where's that book? Hold on. No. This is the HTML book.
The other one.
Oh, darn.
I'll grab it.
Okay. So, if you're, so I have my wife getting, this HTML book. If you're a very visual person, there's this awesome book that I would recommend. It's the easy way to learn HTML. And it's very colorful too. So it's called HTML and CSS Design and Build Websites. Look how pretty it is. Okay. And I'll put a link in the chat room soon, but oh look, they have Legos in here. That's cute. There's a Lego man. Wait. Oh, there he is. Okay. So you'll learn the history of web design and how to start coding it. And so they make it super simple to understand, okay? If you want to pick up this book. If you're more of I want to learn it through the internet, there's a lot of resources to help you learn HTML and CSS. Naweed says Code Academy, Team Treehouse. There's a lot of different places that you can pay for education. And I would really start coding by hand basic HTML and CSS. Once you understand that, you can use Webflow even more faster and things will just start clicking. Yeah. And it says HTML, CSS, JS at Dash. Hello, Molly from New Mexico. And I saw someone else who said they're Lebanon. No. Honduras. Hello, Fernando from Honduras. Yes. All right. And, how did we get to this point? How did we get to the point, where Webflow is needed? And let me give you a quick history of web design tools. So, in my opinion, it all started from a place called GeoCities, and GeoCities helped me learn HTML and CSS because they had a basic web wizard and then an advanced tool. And the web wizard just let you put in and upload GIFs and put in text and whatnot. It was very, very basic GeoCities. And then I would go publish the site and then look at it again in the advanced editor tool, and all it was code. And so I can connect the dots. This code does this. So a B tag makes it bold, and an A tag makes a link, and so forth. And then after that was front page, and that, to me, that was one of the first WYSIWYGs where I can create, I can click and drag elements onto the page, and it was coded by itself. After that, Dreamweaver, and then WordPress. But in the end, more and more people started using these WYSIWYG tools and noticed that they started putting more bloated code into the web page. And it made a lot of people confused and didn't like web design too much because these tools were taking over. And that's why a lot of people went all the way back to just handwritten code because they couldn't trust any of these tools. Imagine we're gonna go back again to the hammer and the hammer and the nail. Imagine that the nail gun that you're using, that's supposed to be this super futuristic tool, would always jam up. Like you would click on the button and then it would nail a nail to a piece of wood. And then you click it again, it doesn't work. Click it again, it doesn't work. And so it just keeps jamming up. And that's what I feel that how other platforms are working right now. It's the code is so bloated that it doesn't work. But in the end, people still use other platforms because it gets the job done quickly. And if whatever tool you're using is working, great. But when it starts to break down, that's when I try to find another tool. And in the end, clients don't really care about the code, obviously. What they care about is the end results. How does it look? Are they getting conversions on the site? Is their goals being met? And as a web designer, you have to care about the code because to reach those goals, you need to make sure that the site loads fast and doesn't break on any canvas screen size. So, what are you guys' thoughts on this? Anyone have any questions? So that's what I think. It's not cheating. It's just another way to create websites, as long as you have the basic fundamentals of HTML and CSS. What is HTML dog? HTML dog. Oh, that's pretty. HTML tutorials and stuff. Oh, there you go. Span and div. Nice. Getting started. Yeah. Type this in your text editor. This is my first page. Yeah. Great suggestions, everyone. HTML dog, mark sheet. Ooh, this is pretty. See, there's a lot of resources out there. Introduction, the internet. What is the internet? HTML syntax. Oh, this is pretty. Wait, can I type in? No, I can't. It's just the formatting so pretty. Huh. Very cool, yeah. Also, yeah, W3 Schools is a good one too. I still go there whenever I'm trying to figure out basic JavaScript stuff. Yeah. So yeah, guys, don't be afraid to tell people that you're using a tool. I mean, why aren't people afraid to tell people, hey, I use Sketch instead of Photoshop. I use this instead of that. You know, it's just showing that you're moving forward with the future. Yeah. Hey everyone, to add to the string, I taught myself code by simply using the try it yourself. Ah, yes. Let me find that book for you guys. HTML, CSS, design, and build websites book. Oh, there you go. Whoa. Yeah. It's really good. It's really, really clean. I mean, if you're a graphic designer, you're going to love this because this really plays to the visual side of things. It makes coding more visual for you guys. Okay. Anna, they say necessity is the mother of all invention, just like washing machines, dishers, computers. Any tool isn't a cheat. Yeah, exactly. I don't understand why people would say that, but every time I mentioned Webflow on, say, the web design subreddit, I get downvoted really fast. And I'm like, okay, you know, what can I do? Wait, hold on. Make sure that this one isn't important. Oops. Here. Okay, cool. All right. Sorry. I think it's important to know the basics. Start learning and use a simple editor to create pages. The more advanced you become, the more powerful. Well, yes, exactly. Dev Tips on YouTube has great tutorials on CSS. Let's look at them. Dev Tips YouTube.
Hey everybody.
Advice and crap for young creators. Okay. Yeah. Where's his design and code first month? Okay. Yeah. If you guys want to go there, here, I'll link it. Now, Weed, in my first freelancing gig, the non-techie CEO said it was therapeutic to watch the site being built visually and so fast. However, the CTO, hand coder, hated me for it. Yes, you will get hate for this. And I wouldn't, look at the hate from the surface. If you can, if you guys are getting hate from someone who's like very techie and it's like, no, visual tools is going to be the death of web design and stuff like that because people are relying on a code on a tool's code that's rendering more than actual handwritten, thought out code. That's totally understandable. And like I said about the history of WYSIWYG tools, stuff like WordPress and Dreamweaver has, made us look at WYSIWYG tools in a bad light. Tell me how many people still use Dreamweaver, not for HTML emails, but how many people still use Dreamweaver to fully build a website? You wouldn't. Everyone has just left Dreamweaver for something like Atom or Sublime Text because of the bloated code. Same thing with WordPress. You just stuff every template with plugins upon plugins upon plugins, and it makes bloated code. So a CTO or someone who's techie, who cringes at visual tools, it makes sense why they do that. It's because our industry has been jaded by these other tools that made bad code. And so whenever I'm demoing Webflow to some people, I quickly go through my demo, but in the end, the part that I show off last is the code. I say, here's the dynamically rendered code. It's a blog, but it's static HTML. Look at it. And they just look at it and go, wow. Okay. And it kind of makes them turn a 180 because they're realizing that a tool is finally creating clean code that they can take to a web developer, and a web developer can just be like, okay, I'm off to the races. It'll look like someone coded it by hand. So don't worry if people hate you guys for it. It's gonna happen because it's something new. But slowly you can show them the light, show them the awesome code that it produces. Anna says, I tell my clients I use Webflow and I intentionally didn't get a domain name for a portfolio. I use webflow.io and I'm proud to tell the world about it. Aw, thank you, Anna. Awesome. It's really kind of you. A lot of people, still, not a lot of people, but a lot of, there are more and more diehard fans that I see on Webflow. And I can't thank you guys enough for being fans, because I started out as a fan back in 2013, a diehard fan, and now I get to geek out with you guys. And so I wish I can find more fans in real life, in my local area, and that's why I'm trying to start a meetup and whatnot. But every week talking to you guys, it's so fun because we can all just be geeks together over Webflow. Alex, the rift between developers and designers is hard to bridge, especially with minimalist hand coders. But the truth of the matter is that all the end user wants is a fluid experience. That is right, Alex. Like I said, the clients don't care about the code. They only care about analytics, conversions, goals, making sure that their bosses are happy or their clients. Our job is to make sure that our bosses or our clients' jobs are successful. Their goals are being met. And however we get that done, whether it be with Webflow or another platform, it's our job to make it work. And still, there's going to be clients who are going to look at Webflow and be like, no, I would rather go on another platform. I don't understand this new stuff. This is confusing to me. I want to go with a brand that I already know. It's your job to either convince them or just make that happen for them. Because in the end, they don't care about the code. And it makes sense because they should be more focused on the business rather than the code. But there will be a better bridge soon between developers and designers. I know on the side that I help my wife's company build websites. And her being a graphic designer, she finds these little pixels like, hey, this is off by 1 pixel. You should push it over. And so with Webflow, I'm doing that visually right in front of her face. And her making sure that the art direction looks good and me making sure that the Webflow build is good. It just works perfectly. So I'm acting as a developer. She's acting as a designer. And that bridge is just great, and we pump out websites really fast. All right. Oh, Bob says, of course it's not cheating. If using tools is cheating, people have to code everything by hand. Everything. Because using libraries is probably also cheating. That's true. I mean, in Sublime Text, you don't have to type in HTML, head, body, and so forth. You can just type in HTML in Sublime Text and press tab, and then you get your basic HTML tags already written out for you. Is that cheating? Oh, Blackfoot Navajo. You say you have no clue on coding, but using Webflow, I learned the basics of coding. Huh? So you took the other way. That's interesting. Joe is asking, is there a Webflow subreddit? Yes, but it's hardly frequented. Not many people go there. So if you guys want to start more conversations there, you can. Oh, it's not letting me send it. Okay, it's what. Let's see here. Maybe I can do just this. Hi, Sir Ad. You missed the full topic, but we can. It's not letting me send it. So it's reddit.com/r/webflow. Mm-hmm. Webflow is not known here in Portugal yet. Everyone requests a WordPress site. Sometimes it's hard to change. At least I'm trying to convince clients to do the shift. Um, when a client is asking for a WordPress site, in I would ask questions. Why? Why WordPress? What is it about WordPress that they really need? Is there something specific about WordPress that is needed? And you just keep asking them why, and you'll probably get the root of the answer. And usually it's because web or WordPress is so widely used on the internet that it's a known brand. And so clients usually want to go with something that's already known, you know? But after asking them why, write down all those notes, and then you can ask them, okay, is there any problems when using WordPress? What are those problems? Why is it a problem? Just keep asking questions. And so that way you can come back with these answers that's like, okay, what if things were easier? Easier for you to update, easier for you to control, and all that stuff, while making sure that the site is still fast, secure, and the layout doesn't break. You know? So that's how I would go about doing that. Alex says, I sat in a meeting yesterday for about 4 hours debating design and making a case for Webflow. Ooh, 4 hours. And WYSIWYGs in general with 2 Eclipse devs. By the end of it all, I think we might have 2 new converts. Oh, congratulations, Alex. Good job. But it took 4 hours. Man, you had to... Good on you for hanging in there for 4 hours. A 4-hour debate. Dang. Now it says Google search interactive resume and click the first link. Mind blown. I think I've seen what you're talking about, but let me double check. Interactive resume. First link. Yep, I've seen this before. This is not on Webflow, but this guy's crazy. Scroll down or move him. So here, let me link it to you guys. Yeah, I saw this a couple years ago. This is beautiful. Here, let me use this. It's basically interactive infographic, which is beautiful. Wait, did he jump? Oh, okay. That's weird. The jump doesn't... There it goes. He was with AOL. Really cool stuff. Let's see here. Check out UI design subreddit too. Oh yeah, I go to the UI design and design. Yeah. I followed Mike Locke, who inspired me Webflow. Yes, Yash, welcome to the community. Yeah, Mike Locke is an awesome guy, very inspirational. I love his Webflow or his YouTube videos. If you guys haven't checked out Mike Locke, check him out. Mike Locke YouTube. I'll give him some love right here. Right there. Nelson will faint if he sees that resume. Yeah, when I first saw that resume, I fainted. I was like, what? That is nuts. Let's see here. Yeah. One of the things I'm having trouble with is ending up with a web, pun intended, of confusing class names. Any ideas on keeping classes organized while styling in Webflow? Yeah, dude. That's a tough one. I get confused too with my own class names, and you can find some semantic CSS. So, nope, not this one. CSS tricks. So, what I usually do is. I name stuff shorthand but with dashes at the same time. So, for example, if it's a H1 on the home page or something like that, then I would do HP. So I'm typing it down. So HP meaning home page, and then dash, and then the element. And then if it's a HP, if it's like I have separate rows, then I would be like HP dash row 2 or something like that. And so it's just up to you how you want to create your class names, but I usually do it by if it needs a home page versus all the other pages, then I would put HP dash whatever. But yeah, that's a tough one. I haven't figured that one out yet. Tamir Aziz says, I've been a hardcore coder since 12 years. Yes, awesome. And after I tried Webflow, I decided to use it for my upcoming project. It's not cheating at all to use tools that make you work smarter and faster. Yes, tell the world, Tamir. Yes, tell the world that it's okay to use new tools. Yep. Yeah. Let's see here. Love the resume. All right. So now beyond this topic, any other questions you guys have for Webflow, or do you have anything you're working on that you would like me to review? Let me know. Bye, Nita. Thank you for coming. Every week you're here. Thank you so much. I will see you on the forums. Bob says he likes to keep classes organized, making long names, section name, info, and kind of object. Okay. Yep, I've seen those. I use a combination of helper CSS and descriptive CSS names. Will Webflow have custom interactions? Triggers for classes. We are working on that. We've had it on our page for a while. That says, coming soon. Interactions.webflow.com. The very bottom. Right here. Coming later. Yes. So we are working on making that happen. I don't have a firm ETA, but yeah, I've been needing it. But I've been using jQuery to make that happen whenever I want to make something more interactive as far as adding and removing classes. So that's coming. But yeah, you guys have probably seen this page many times, and coming later is, we focus on quality, not quantity, so it's gonna happen, and it's gonna be awesome. I wish I can show you what we have cooking, but soon. I always say that. Stellar Artist, welcome to the stream. Currently designing content for a web store that's still in early stages. It's got the general design, but I'm not happy with it yet. Cedar.webflow.io. Nathan's asking how soon. I wish I can tell you how soon, but Okay. Hey there. I understand. Oh, okay, so this is a cookie thing, right? So, first off, Stellar, I would add some sort of top bar that says cookie disclaimer or something like that. Because here, if I didn't read this whole thing, I would think you're trying to sell me something, or there's a discount or something. It's just something that I don't want to read, because people on the internet hardly read unless you actually put it out there. So I would put a bar at the top or something that says cookie disclaimer. So I immediately understand, hey, this pop-up is here for a reason. I understand. Cool. All right, so what's next? Affordable quality. View our store. Okay. I don't know what you're selling. I Are you selling a house? Are you selling furniture? Are you selling window blinds, window curtains? I know the name of the company is called Cedar, but if I don't know this brand, are you selling a Cedar is wood, so you're probably selling furniture, but you could also be selling a whole house or renting out a house or something like that. So I would put somewhere as a subtitle or something like that saying affordable quality, reliable furniture or something. Something that explains. Okay, so no scrolling, live support, view our store. I like these buttons. Good job on the buttons. Let's see here. View our store. Okay. Okay, I wouldn't have known that Cedar also sells cars. It's interesting. The layout, pretty cool. This makes sense because it's a continuation from the homepage. So I'm gonna click on this. Okay, it's not done yet. Interesting. So if I click on about, it feels you're probably still working on it, but it feels like there should be more to this page. If I click on about, maybe you should already put the about us content. It's only this tall, so probably put all that here. And then a frequently asked questions needs its own link at the top. Yeah, this is a lot of stuff, so it needs its own link at the top. Pretty cool design here. I like this button to help you scroll back up to the top. Okay. But usually this happens on the bottom right. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I mean, it works. All right. Good job. All right. So let's go to the next one. My new website, almost ready. Please check it. Okay, Anna, let's do this. Mom's notes. That's pretty. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, a lot of things are happening here. This is a different design. I like it. It's not the usual template-y type of layout in the beginning. I like it. I'm enjoying these right now. Good job. Scroll down. I like this right here. Okay, so I need more imagery. I'm guessing it. Okay, so these are going to be blog posts. Okay, so I'm kind of lost here because humans like to look at humans. And so, in my opinion, maybe a background photo of a family cooking together. Because I need context. If I didn't read this, what is the context? Right now, I see food, ingredients, awesome. And then continue that theme in here, in this box. And then we have blog posts. Oh, that's pretty. I like that. A torn paper type of thing. Good job. Let's go to recipes. Great slider. Love your iconography. Great job. Oh, that's so pretty. Great cards. Great use of the dotted line borders. Oh, that drop down, yes! Oh my god, Anna. That's that's pretty. Oh my god, and this is all dynamic. This and then you spent a lot of time on this one. Anna, great job. I ah, I got nothing else to say. This is the continuation. Everything looks pretty. I'm just clicking and having so much fun. I know it's not done yet, but man. Man, okay, I got it. Let me know when this is live. Please. Oh man, this is really good. Please let me know when this is live. So now on my second thought, I don't think you need a picture of real people cooking. I think you need some sort of illustration to continue this style. Some sort of illustration of a family of a family cooking. Oh man, okay. Thank you, Anna. That was really good. Let's keep going with people are saying. Have an issue with fixed background image behaving differently on different browsers, i.e. keeps the image fixed, but on Chrome and Firefox, the image scrolls off the page. G. Miller, maybe we have time to look into it. Go ahead and post your read-only link. Would like to get feedback on search interaction, especially. Alex, yes. So, search interaction, we are not there yet. But like I said in the previous workshops, that we are working on a plugin marketplace. So maybe other developers can make a search interaction for Webflow and do even more. So we're working on it. Let's go look at your Marts group. What you got going on here? Nice. Okay, here we go. Okay, I understand what's going on. Something about truck driving. And let's see here. Okay, everything is about the road. Logistics. Okay, making sense. Okay. Oh, nice. You did the slider and you pushed everything to the right. I haven't seen anyone do that. Great job, Alex. I like that. Okay. All right, no scrolling, but you got this. Nice. Get to know us. The iconography on Get to Know Us. Usually, the 3 lines means hamburger menu. I would change this icon to something like a arrow pointing right. Something simple as the arrow pointing right, because you're moving forward, you're going to another page. This icon really means menu. So if I click on this, am I going to see a menu or am I going to go into the next page? Okay, it goes nowhere. It's not ready yet. Okay, these aren't ready yet. Interesting hover with the dots. I like that. I would suggest making the dot not full white, maybe like opacity 65% on the hover dot. But on the current page state, it should have a full white dot. So you have the difference between hovering and current. Okay? Let's see here. Client login. This goes to pricing. Okay, these goes to different websites. All right, good job so far. Good start. Oh, you're talking about this search interaction. My bad. How do I feel about it? I think it's wonderful. So someone who comes to this type of website is probably not searching for things at the beginning. But if they are, they're going to look for a search button. So they click it, and everything goes away. Everything just, all the content just moves back, so that the search, so that the search field comes up front and says, "Hey, what do you need? What are you looking for?" This is beautiful. I love it. Great job with it. One thing I would change though, maybe talk to a human, instead of enter your search terms here and hit enter. I think most people already press enter thanks to Google and stuff like that, so people already know to do that. So I would just put something like, let us help you find what you're looking for. That's too long. What are you looking for? How can we help? Something in that tone, okay? Because you're talking to a human, not a computer. And also, when you click on this, maybe change the icon to an X or something, so that they know that if you click on this, it'll close, and also make it close when they click on this again. So on second click, close this. Make it more apparent. Yeah. All right. What can we help you find? Ah, yeah. There you go, Alex. That sounds good. Yes. All right. All right, G Miller. What you got? What is this? ARG survey. A fixed background. So it's fixed on Chrome. Not sure where the issue is. Double check to make sure that your Firefox and Chrome browsers are completely updated. Make sure that they're on the right, most updated version, and double check. And if that doesn't work, try incognito mode. And if that doesn't work, hit us up on the forums right here, forum.webflow.com. Yeah. Great job so far, guys. Love what you guys are doing. Yeah. Let's see here. Yash, can you send a list of all the web links people have suggested? Yes, Yash. I'll make a note of it and make sure. Let's go ahead and actually let me copy these things down. Put it in my notes. What was it? HTML, CSS book. That one right there. There was also Code Academy, Team Treehouse. Anything else we mentioned today, guys? Team Treehouse. Oh, Cedar. There. And then we have Mart's group. Hi Diamond. Can you give me your webflow.io link, not the actual custom domain name? And then I'll take a look at your site. G Miller is saying we checked updates for getting different results on different machines. Okay, I'll take a look at that on the forums, G Miller. Go ahead and start a forum post, and I'll take a look. Darwin. Here we go. Helio Shop. Okay. All right. Okay, this is going really fast because I'm trying to read it, get into it, but it seems kind of fast. I'm trying to take it all in. So this one, I guess the image kind of stopped right here. And if you did it cover, it would go in too close that you can't even see the product. And so you had to do this gradient thing right here. But this one, you can go full width. And this one is full width, but it... Okay. Okay. All right. I like the interaction right here when I scroll down. Um, I think the shadows are just way too dark. Make it more subtle. And what you can do is make it subtle, and then when I hover over it, you can make the drop shadow, or I mean the outer glow, even more apparent. Okay, I like the hovers. Great job. Okay. Let's go into one of these. Okay. Tabs. Ooh. Yeah, a lot of data here. And you're using. Is this just a? Is this on Stripe, or are you using Stripe, Foxy Cart, Shopify? Wonder what you're using. Oh, wait. Okay, that's Shopify. Yeah, great job. All right. I like it. I like it. I like these hovers right here. Also, the cards are. I feel like they're really, really close together. Needs more white space in between them. You know. Yeah. It just seems really close. But overall, well done. I like it. Yeah. Your homepage. If this is already a well-known brand, guess you don't really need to tell the story. But if it's not well known, I would convert. Probably A/B test this. Does this get the job done, or can it be? No, 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 because you want people to see the products fast. Huh. Well, if it's working and making conversions, then I wouldn't touch this right here. But great job. I like this one. Okay, let's go. Let me get two more links, and then that's a wrap for this week. Hopefully, you guys like this topic. If you have any other topic ideas, please let me know on the forums. If you go to, let me just post the link in the live chat room. What should our next topic be? Yeah, let me know right there. Let me know. Pyramid. Daromid. Ah, okay. Sorry about that. Okay, Naweed, my cool store. How cool is it? How the last marketplace template you will ever purchase. Nice, nice. So I'm guessing this is a template for our marketplace. Nice. What are you looking for? Okay, cool. And you're like, click on quick view button. All right, let me go back. Ooh. Okay, so that's not the right one, but I know what you're trying to do. So is that the same one? I like this quick view. It's different. One thing I would do, because you want people to focus on this, is do the same thing that Alex did, which is put a black overlay on top of the rest of the content, so that way my eyes are just focused on this. Right now, it's like a bunch of things happening here while still a bunch of things are happening in the background. Okay, so I want to focus on this. Okay, by now nothing happens. That's fine. Really good. Good work so far. Aaron, regarding CMS, how to create options for a collection of product sites. Yes, I will explain that in a tutorial or something on the forums. There is a way to do that, Aaron, through FoxyCart, and it has to do with using dynamic embeds. You're gonna have to code it up. But after you understand the code a little bit, then it just becomes a breeze and you're like, oh, now it makes sense. It took me a good, I guess, 2 hours to figure that out. Trying to connect FoxyCart with, trying to use FoxyCart stuff inside of Webflow and still having options like shirt color, shirt size, and whatnot. So yeah, it is possible. Let's see here. Last one, we're gonna go to Michael Shaw. And Visions of You. Okay, I like this. This is cute right here. Okay, this is, I'm guessing. Okay, it's FoxyCart. Nice. Be unique. Ah, I see what you did there. Clever. I like this watercolor stuff. Great job. Meet the artist. There we go. I like this. We're storytelling right here. We're storytelling. What is be unique? We're offering patterns, rug hooking classes, and inspiration for your next hooking project. I don't know what hooking is, but it looks fun. I like the texture back here. Great job. And you're adding a face to the name, and it's very apparent. You have a line right here saying, hey, this is Anne. Great job. Learn more is huge. I like that. So the learn more text on buttons is more and more becoming like something that's just like, I'll just put learn more and be done with it. And I know it's hard to find better words than that because not many of us designers are copywriters, but it'd be nice if you can be like, read her story, and I think that says more to a call to action rather than learn more, just suggestion. Here we go. Nice. They kind of look like picture frames. I like what you did here. Shop all. So I'm going to click on this. Huge button. Nice. Okay, scrolling down. Dude, these right here. What is this? It's a PNG or something. That's nice. So it's continuing. It's the text break each row. It's in the background. Great slider. Great job. This is very pretty. Great job, Michael. Nothing else to say. This is wonderful. I love what you're doing with the overlaying of boxes right here. Wow, this is nice. Each row is very clean, and I understand you have a tag for each one. Is it a class or is it a show? Okay, color things. Maybe classes. The box for class can be a box background color of something, while shows have a different background color box. So that way, say you have like 20 events happening, someone can quickly scan down the page and not even read the word class, but associate class with a certain color. And you scroll down and you associate show with a different color. And so you're like, okay, visually really fast, I'm scrolling down. Oh, these are the classes and these are the shows. So maybe something like that. Okay, but of course, not a very bold color that conflicts with this call to action. Okay. Great job, Michael. Next workshop idea: building a landing page in Webflow alongside a hand coder. See who does it faster. Well, obviously Webflow is gonna do it faster. I kind of want to do that at an actual web design meetup or convention or conference or something like that. and actually just find a random web developer who's like, I can code fast. All right, let's make a homepage and make it responsive and make it dynamic. Go. You only have 10 minutes. Something like that. All right. I think that's about it. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed this topic. Again, visual tools, whether it be Webflow or something else, it's not cheating as long as you have the fundamentals. So be proud to say that you use Webflow. Be proud to say that you use something else that helps you get your clients to their goals faster. And in the end, that's what it's all about. Reaching those goals as fast as possible, but with clean code to make sure that the sites load fast. Okay? Thank you guys so much. You guys are wonderful. Let's do the usual sign-offs. If you have any account billing or technical issues, please email me at support@webflow.com. Me and the support team will help you out as fast as we can. If you have any design issues, ask the community at forum.webflow.com. A lot of great people on the forums, always helping out every day, and I can't thank you guys enough for helping others, because it's so fun. I mean, making the web grow. And that's all what we're doing. If you want to hit us up on our social media networks, on facebook.com/webflow, or Twitter, it's at Webflow app. You want to hit me up, it's at Webflow_Nelson or at The Pixel Geek. And we do these workshops every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. And that's it. Thank you guys. Love you all. Keep making awesome, great websites, and always make the web beautiful. See ya. Oh, and by the way, the stream went smoothly. I told you I'd fix it. Thank you guys for dealing with it.